Hello everyone and welcome to CYBERKING Productions. Today I'm reviewing History of the Daleks 16/17 New Series Gold and Black Daleks. Man, that's such a terrible title. It retails for $21.99 and is as usual exclusive to B&M. Starting off with the box, it continues the same box style as seen on the previous sets, except now in light blue. It's taken character 4 sets to screw up the colour system. The dark blue colour on the 5 Doctor set was supposed to be for sets that don't fit into a specific Doctor, like this one, but apparently not anymore. One of the biggest things about these new boxes is the consistency between colours, so the fact that they've already changed it and for no apparent reason is a little irritating. The front of the box features the Doctor Who logo in the top left corner, and New Series Gold and Black Daleks text in the top right. Below this are a couple of info diamonds that state that you get the Time War Survivor Dalek and a Black Dalek/Dalek Sec. Did they really have to specify that? And that they're in the 5.5-inch scale. At the bottom is the History of the Daleks 16/17 text, as well as the gold limited edition sticker. Both sides of the box repeat information from the front, with the back featuring a write-up about the creation of the NSD prop, and some info about the 2 stories these Daleks are from, that being Dalek from 2005 and Army of Ghosts from 2006. Somehow the synopsis they wrote for the Army of Ghosts is wrong. Not quite sure how they managed to mess that up. And there's also one of those classic text errors. It says the Daleks release an army of Daleks from a Time Lord, they forgot the word prison ship. At the same time, the ghosts materialise as Cybermen. The Dalek army was released from the Genesis arc in Doomsday, not Army of Ghosts, and the Cybermen had already materialised by that point. Hell, they pretty much own the planet. Surely it would have made more sense to say it's from Doomsday instead. The top features the horizontal version of the Doctor Who logo, while the bottom just has lots of legal gobbledygook. Opening up the box shows off the Vortex-inspired backdrop that is unfortunately destroyed when taking off the blister packaging. But that's enough about the box. Let's take a look at the Daleks. So here is the Time War Survivor Dalek, also known as Metaltron, and Dalek Sec. They both look brilliant. This is actually the first time we've ever had new series Daleks at B&M, so this set is really exciting. They don't feature anything new in the way of tooling, but to be honest, they don't need it. Let's start with Metaltron first. Metaltron features a bronze and gold colour scheme, which I think is probably the closest they've ever got into the actual colours. I think the bronze just needed to be a little bit darker and the gold needed to be a little bit lighter. Starting off with the bronze dome, it features various ridges, cutout sections and the cowl, which all look great. The cowl features some bolt detailing as well as the Dalek ID tag. The dome's details are given extra definition by the black wash that's been applied across the dome, giving the Dalek a slightly weathered look. The tall dome lights have been sculpted really well, with detail for the transparent centre which has a ridged design, as well as the exterior silver casing. The eye stalk is connected to the ridged pivot wheel which is hidden under the cowl. Here are the first 2 inaccuracies, that being the missing black inside the cowl and the bronze pivot wheel instead of the accurate black. Both of these could have easily been done properly, but for whatever reason, they're not. In the case of the pivot wheel, literally every other new series Dalek, even the original thick ones, have it painted black. But for this one, they thought, nah, let's not. It's a tiny detail, but it would have been easy for them to do. They've literally done it every other time. The silver eye stalk looked great, with its 6 transparent eye rings and black eyeball that features ridged detailing on the outside and around the indented dark blue pupil. Below the dome is the neck cage, which features nice sculpted detailing for the black mesh behind the bronze neck rings. The neck rings themselves feature some added bracket and bolt detailing. The bronze shoulder section looks fantastic. The gold slats feature indentations that get slightly deeper towards the top, as well as detail for silver bolts. The gun boxes also feature the same silver bolt detailing, as well as various cutout sections and indentations. Underneath the gun boxes is the gold lower band. The black wash reappears, giving definition to the overall shoulder section, slats and gun boxes. The bronze ball joints connect to the Dalek's appendages, that being the manipulator arm and the exterminator. Now here is our third inaccuracy, as they decided to paint the ball joints bronze. I really don't know why, and it's quite confusing. Like the pivot wheel, every other new series Dalek they've done, even the thick ones, have black ball joints. so why not this one? The silver manipulator arm features some detailing for the inner rods, as well as a small ring near the end. Here is our fourth inaccuracy, as the small ring section is supposed to be black like the plunger. Weirdly, they haven't actually painted this section black since the Progenitor Guardian in 2010. The matte black plunger features various indentations on both the inside and outside. The silver exterminator looks great, with detail for the base, rods and tip. The bronze skirt features gold hemispheres that all feature a slight gold rim around them. The black wash reappears once again, giving the skirt its iconic black oil streaks underneath the hemispheres. The final inaccuracy is the rim around the hemispheres, as it's supposed to be black, not gold. You may have noticed that the two front hemispheres sit slightly further down than they're supposed to. It's present on all of the thin standard Daleks, as it's an issue with the mould. I'm not expecting for them to fix it, but I thought I'd point it out as it's something I've actually only just noticed myself. Underneath the skirt is the shiny gunmetal grey fender, which just looks stunning. I really love the colour. It features some bolt detailing on its angled edge. Underneath the fender is the standard 3 wheels and legal gobbledygook. I think they did a great job on Metaltron. It's great to finally get this Dalek in the thinner form. It's just let down a bit by those easily fixable inaccuracies, especially the pivot wheel and ball joints. They've done those right literally every other time. Let's turn to Dalek Sec. There's no need to go into full detail as the Dalek is pretty much the same, so I'm only going to talk about the differences. Dalek Sec has a glossy black and matte black colour scheme which looks superb. His dome is glossy black and features his unique ID tag underneath his eye stalk. He has matte black neck rings, glossy black shoulder section, matte black skirt with glossy black hemispheres, and a matte black fender. Unfortunately, Sec does have two inaccuracies, one being the lack of black behind the plunger, and the other being the missing silver bolt detailing on the fender, which the original actually had. Sec is, overall, really nicely done, but again suffers from some tiny inaccuracies that could have easily been fixed. Turning to articulation, both Daleks have the standard articulation that is seen on new series Dalek figures. The head can turn 360 degrees, the eye stalk can pivot up to 45 degrees, the arm and gun are on ball joints, allowing them to be swiveled and rotated around, and lastly the Daleks are able to roll around due to the wheels underneath. Now, there aren't any older versions of Metaltron, not in the thinner mould anyway, so I opted not to compare it to other standard bronze Daleks. I tend to compare versions of things that are supposed to be the same character, or in this case, Dalek. We can however compare Dalek Sec, as he has a US exclusive counterpart that was released back in 2016. The new Sec is virtually identical, with some incredibly minor differences, those being silver dome lights, thicker ID badge, matte black neck rings, silver bolt detail on the gun boxes, matte black skirt, and black bolt detailing on the fender. When doing a size comparison, you can see they fit in really nice with other figures and Daleks from the 5-inch range. So overall, what do I think about this set? It's pretty good, but the inaccuracies are a little annoying, mainly because they're so simple to fix. The pivot wheel and ball joints being gold instead of black is really strange. They've never done that before and I'm not sure why they did it now. I really like Metaltron. They almost nailed the bronze and gold colour. I can't believe it's taken them 17 years to almost get the colour right though. Dalek Sec is really nice. He's better than his previous release, but like Metaltron, comes with a couple of inaccuracies that could have easily been fixed. The set does well in a lot of areas, but it has some very easily fixable inaccuracies. For the start of the new series Dalek era at B&M, it's a good start, but could have been better. So that concludes this review. If you liked it, please leave a like and tell me what you think in the comments below. If you enjoy Doctor Who content, then make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my future videos, including games, reviews and much more. Thank you all so much for watching, and until we meet again, goodbye.